Hello, if you're here, you're probably very curious about the wonderful world of lemurs, and I'm here to act as your guide through this world, as seen through some screenshots of the film Madagascar. I should first mention that I've only really done about 10 minutes of research prior to this recording, so we're going to be learning a lot together on this journey. Let's start with this picture here, which I believe encapsulates really the meat and potatoes of the lemur world. Let's start here in the bottom left. This is a blue-eyed black lemur. That's a rare kind of lemur, I'm sure. I mean, it sounds kind of rare to me at least. So I'm going to say it is. Although in this picture, actually, there is at least two of them. Potentially a third one, as you can see back there. They might not be as rare as I once thought, except they have a cool name. So I would lean towards yes. Moving on. This lemur here, right next to the blue-eyed lemur, is going to be a black and white ruffed lemur. You can tell because it has that frill around its neck and it's black and white, pretty straightforward. Fortunately for us, the people who name these lemurs, the lemur namers as you would have it, are kind enough to give them obvious names, which allows me to more easily crack the code of which lemur is which. Now, this lemur up here, it's actually very similar. That's a red ruffed lemur. So it's almost the same thing, except as you can tell, if you look closely, this one's red and this one is not red. So just something to keep in mind there. Next up is this lemur right next to it. This is actually going to be a bamboo lemur. This could be a greater bamboo lemur or a lesser lemur. It could be, it's just a bamboo lemur. That's as far as I could pinpoint it, is that it's a bamboo lemur. So we're going to go with that. What else? Okay, next up, this is a classic lemur. This lemur right here, you can tell is a white-headed lemur. And you can tell that because of its, white head that's like shaped like a box. So if it looks like a box, it's probably a white-headed lemur. And that's right here and also right there. Okay, next up, we have this one right here. This to me looks like a ringtail lemur. We actually can't see the tail. See, the animators or the designers of this movie are being very sneaky and hiding the tail to make my life a little harder. But I do believe, just based on face shape, that must be a ringtailed lemur. And that this one must be too. I'm guessing these two are probably, actually, they do look a little different. I'm going to say this one is actually not related at all. No, you know what? I'm going to say it is. These two lemurs are probably ringtail lemurs. Okay, so that covers a lot of the main lemurs. Then we have this one right here, which I believe is a brown lemur because it is brown and has no other defining characteristics. So for the sake of getting to the bottom of this, I will say this is probably a brown lemur. Okay, next. Great. Here's a picture. Okay, we saw this one before. That's a bamboo lemur, any kind of bamboo lemur. I'm going to guess this is actually more specifically a southern lesser bamboo lemur. That's probably what it is. And this one, okay, and these two here look more like common lemurs, more of these brown common lemurs, just basic lemurs, right? The hierarchy of lemurs, these are like bottom of the hierarchy, just basic lemurs. Although you will see, actually you will notice, I should mention, this one here has blue eyes, and this one here has green eyes. I don't know what that means. Okay, upon further research, this is tricky. Okay, see, the designers of Madagascar are playing a trick on us here. The blue-eyed black lemur can also be brown. So this one apparently can also be a blue-eyed black lemur, except a brown version. So a brown blue-eyed black lemur. So that's what that is. Now you know that, and now I know that too. Great. I think that's like a sifaka. This looks to me like the Diademed sifaka, which looks kind of nuts. But this one also looks kind of nuts. So I'm just going to go with that. And this looks like a koala, but I'm pretty sure it's not a koala because koalas don't exist in Madagascar. And so far they've been very scientifically accurate with that. So I'm going to go with this is actually another bamboo lemur. Yep, that's probably it. These over here are not lemurs. These are other animals, which I don't know about because I did not look up any other animals. I only looked up lemurs. Okay, this lemur here is one of the main characters in the movie, Maurice, and he's actually an aye, which is, as I found out today, a kind of lemur. You can tell because he's like shorter than all the other lemurs, and he has those big ears, and although he also has big eyes, which ayes don't actually have big eyes, but I'll take that as some artistic liberty to show us, a character that has big eyes, because that's what Maurice is. This is another brown lemur. Great, we got that. Oh, of course, and in the middle here, another ringtail lemur, King, and this is King Julian. You can't tell in this picture, but he does have rings on his tail, which lets us know he's a ringtail lemur, They were very attentive to detail like that. They did not have a ringtail lemur without rings, which would be, frankly, catastrophic production error. But they didn't do that, which is great. Okay, now this is a new picture here. Ones we've already seen before. This is the white-headed lemur. This looks like another bamboo one, and this looks like another ringtail one. But this one, Mort, right? Classic, another classic character right here. This is probably a dwarf lemur. A dwarf or a mouse lemur, they all look the same to me, and I can't tell. But he's one of them. Here's a great picture of a bunch of lemurs. We've already seen these. Oh, yep, see here? Here are those rings I was talking about. You can actually see them in this picture. Great. I think that's about all the lemurs that we need to cover. More bamboo and brown. Bamboo and brown is like the bread and butter of lemurs, clearly, at least according to this movie. And this movie is the only real exposure I've had to lemurs. So, okay, here's the last picture I'm going to look at. And as you can see, we've already covered most of these. There's more, the small one, there's the brown ones. There's these frilled ones, ruffed ones. And then there's the blue-eyed ones. And there's two of them here. One of them we've already seen before, the black one. And we've already seen that they can also be not black, that there are brown, black-haired, blue-eyed lemurs. But we've never seen one like this. And in all my research, I actually can't find anything that looks like this, that has blue eyes, but has like this like crazy pattern. So I'm going to guess this is actually a cryptozoological or extinct lemur, which the Madagascar creators put in as an Easter egg for people like us to find. Because we're dedicated to finding lemurs here on this channel. And so that's just a great one to end on, really. This like, what is this? What is this creature? What does he want? Why is he here? Well, I don't know. That's just questions. A good movie always leaves you asking more questions, and Madagascar does it. So thank you. I hope you learned something. I'm sure you learned something, and you're welcome. And please, I only ask of you that you just do good with this lemur knowledge, okay? Okay, bye.